perjuangan, masa lalu kini dan masa depan, berdampingan sebagai bangsa merdeka, budiman di mata dunia. Semesta bergema, suarakan syair pelbagai budaya, pelbagai bangsa membina saksama. Gelora perjuangan, kesatuan hati, tradisi, ragam agama.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Wave YB Show. I'm Yuan for your host for today. As your point of view, right, what do you think will be the mainstream business for the future of Sarawak?
Oh, Sarawak actually we are fortunate that in terms of resources we have a lot, and we are rich actually. But these resources, unfortunately, are not fully exploited. People only know about what you call oil and gas. And the good news about oil and gas is that the state government now can impose sale tax, which result in the revenue being increased to by almost 3 billion, you know. So, and there are other things, other minerals that we are having. And the other thing very important beside this what you call oil and gas, which the government is fighting very hard to have control over the rights on the and they have succeeded lah. Hopefully they can find, and now they are going to to go downstream to the oil and gas, like the setting up of the methanol plant in Bintulu. And that again will create a lot of products, oil and gas product, which will be exported what you call outside, and again will increase the contribution of the sale tax, you know. So you can expect the sale tax to be more in the future. And we have a lot of other minerals also still untapped. And then mining is going to what you call going to be one of the major sectors in the economy. But mining, as you know, involve a lot of investment. So it's important that we are politically, I can touch a bit, politically stable. When you are stable, only then the foreigners and the investors will come down to look into, because they are looking for business also, opportunities for them to operate in like oil and gas lah. And then we have huge land, so you know very well we are one of the major producers of palm oil, and the timber. Even though now the government has not giving any more land as a concession, but the government is encouraging the people to plant forests, you know, planted forest, which I think few of the what you call the companies, timber companies, what you call doing it. For instance, I am also involved in timber and oil palm to Ta'an. I'm a member of Ta'an, so we are doing that. So the future for Sarawak, I think, got huge. And if we are able to get some of the rights back from the federal, then that it will contribute towards the revenue. At the same time, also in terms of development, because sometimes if it is under federal, it's really not to say difficult, but takes a bit of some problem, you know, in order to what you call to implement all those policies. Just take for instance, like taking as an example the Pen Borneo highway, you know. I remember when I was actively involved in the SCCI or DBS last time, I used to have dialogue with the government, the federal government, you know, the ministers, asking for the highway. It took so much time because they don't look at the socio-economics requirement, more on the return, of the investment. Of course, Sarawak is a small population and the land is so big. You don't see the rate of return for that spending very soon. It take time. So now, since we are able to get the what you call the highway Pen Borneo, and also the state government is spending quite a lot on providing other coastal highway. If I'm not mistaken, 6 billion or so. The government is from the government come first. We is supposed to be federal, but the government had to take over because cannot wait, And the important thing also the government is investing, which is to me they are on the right track, is to spend money providing the what you call internet infrastructure, like towers, all that sort of thing. We need. Otherwise, you cannot use your handphone or that sort of thing. No, kalau the coverage is not there. So the government has to spend. And lucky we in Sarawak we had money lah. The state government got money. The reserve is very strong. So the future for us hopefully is okay lah. It's quite bright lah. So the young people, what they should do is to get themselves trained, get more knowledge, involved in especially young people, the lower secondary, get involved in Tibet areas, Tibet, the vocational school training, the science and all that sort of thing. Because later on we need all these people, these graduates, rather than the, sorry to say other than the normal in the past, just a degree. Because sometimes one unfortunate thing, because I'm involved in the private sector, I know sometimes, our people actually not ready, and if you they need to be retrained, all that sort of thing. Because of our education system, last time is not so much focused on this science and what you call technology. But can't blame them totally, because this science and technology also quite a recent development also cannot. So they are. I remember some of our people. As long as you are a graduate, square head, all that, good enough already. But no, so now it's more than that. They don't look at your square head. What is important is your head now. What is inside your head? So, but then to me the prospect and the potential for Sarawak, I cannot say other places but Sarawak, I think government is quite focused, and we also have resources. It's a matter for us to be able to come up with conducive policies and to provide the necessary ecosystem for our government to operate.
Do you think the few opportunities you mentioned, right? Do you think Sarawakian will have the opportunities?
Why not? Because the most important thing, they need to be trained and they are educated in the right sort of subject. For instance, more focus on science and technology. And the demand later on for in the economy is this sort of people, so background. Not to say there is no place for people, artists or that sort of thing. There are still, but if you want to be employed faster, if you are in this area, you can be what you call employed. Easy to get job lah.
Welcome back to With YB Show. Thank you again, Yang Berbahagia, to stay with us. Can you share with us and the viewers about a little bit of your background or your childhood?
All right. Actually, I was coming from a family that is known in the government or the sort of things. So I was actually educated in a mission school, St. Thomas School, and then you know, during when I did my upper secondary, from sick or that sort of thing. At that time, my late father was the governor. I used to follow him visiting the rural areas during holidays lah. That time when he visited the rural areas, he used the yacht lah, Zohara yacht. So that's the time when I was with my family looking at how the people in rural areas live, So I was very much touched by the people when they in the river fishing or that sort of thing. So actually, my late father encouraged me to do law. In government, they always like my late father. He was in the government. Obviously, he wanted me to be in the government. But to be in the government, the most look after education, training, what you call background is law lah. So, but then when I look at the situation in the rural sectors, that brought me to be interested in economics. That's why I very sorry I cannot fulfill my late father wish to be a lawyer, but instead I build up interest in what you call economics. And that time also, Bank Negara introduced the program to encourage people to, and because I'm more interested in economics and also doing quite all right in economics, So I got that scholarship as I was saying, second batch, scholarship. And this is Bank Negara scholarship, It's very, what you call, not easy to get, but I managed to get one. So I was, through that program, I graduated with an economic degree in the University of Malaya. That was in 1971. So because I'm a bank scholar, Bank Negara scholar, immediately after finishing my exam, they already absorbed me as to work in KL. So I was working there as an assistant economist, doing research economic. So I was there, and then I got an economic degree, and then I was working there for 3 years, and coming back to here as a branch number 3, like economic liaison officer, they call it. And then they sent me for my master's degree, doing what call master in management in Philippines, in this they call it what called Asian Institute of Management. Where quite a number of government servants, government civil servants get the postgraduate what called training there. But I got the master's degree, 1 year degree, 1 year a degree for masters. So I was with with Bank Negara for 11 years, and the last job that I'm doing was I was the first local branch manager of Bank Negara here in Sarawak. So I was with Bank Negara for 11 years, and then after that, when they want me to go back for a higher position, I cannot, because I prefer to work here. But then I have to pay back the bank. But nevertheless, then I was involved in the local banking, Bank Utama. I don't know whether you recall Bank Utama those days. I was one of the top management.
What is the name now?
No, it's already merged. Merged under RHB now. RHB. And also I was asked by the Chief Minister then, the TYT now, to have one finance company in local Interfinance. I don't know whether, I don't think you know Interfinance, and to revamp Interfinance because they are having problem, and they what to call and I was asked by the government to help them lah. So I managed to turn around the company, and also meanwhile I was also asked to help the Brookdale Yard and also to serve in the board, that sort of thing, in the SESCO board also. A lot of, even now I am also having, I also the chairman of the finance committee for Baitul Mal. So besides the SBF lah. So there are other things that I am involved, but I enjoy doing it. As we know very well, the pandemic has affected the businesses quite a lot, especially tourism, all that sort of thing, and the business in general. So the government has come up with a number of the measures, packages, stimulus packages to help. For instance, like Prihatin, you are familiar with Prihatin, the federal government, packages that have financial assistance given to those people affected mostly, and then even the state government also, they have a few packages they call Sarawak Ku Sayang package. So it is help a bit, but what really of concern is we don't know how long this assistance can last, Most of the moratorium or the sort of thing is being, but then the government, I think we are fortunate, the government is really taking great care on the rakyat. But at the same time also the impact on the economy is still there. And what is worse for us, recently there is, I don't know whether there is a second round or whatever. The people the numbers seem to increase, and yesterday is the highest. So we hope, we pray that what you call this thing will be managed better. But we are able. The government, the health ministry have managed the COVID well. But our hope actually lies on how soon they can come up with vaccine. We are hoping, but some people say it could be next year also. Whether we can really able to sustain and to wait for that vaccine. Hopefully it comes, but the more important, I think, the economy, the business has to change a bit, to change to a new norms, new business, new model. For instance, now people are more involved in farming. For instance, Sarawak is still, in terms of government focus, is still on the agriculture, modern agriculture, as you know. Even myself also now, I try to get involved in small way lah, just for fun. And then, so a lot of people now involved in new businesses, because of the COVID. And at the same time also, like agriculture, tourism also, we have to promote our environment, we have to promote our other asset, tourism asset. And then the way we live also lah. We have to change our style lah. So I think hopefully we can still last for another year, and by then maybe things improve. Yeah, let be positive about it lah. Yeah.
But not least, do you have any more advice for the young entrepreneurs in Sarawak?
Young entrepreneurs, you know, sometimes they need to be patient, you know. Especially when they are encountering a lot of challenges, for instance, like now, a lot of challenges. And at the same time, must be prepared to undertake something probably is quite foreign, something which is not that normal. I think, you see, quite a number of guys, young people now, because you know, they are looking for job like office boy, like you know, hotel. Yeah. But now, because of the limited number of jobs available, this sort of normal jobs, they have to participate in this e-hailing business, like what you call Grab or that sort of thing. And you know that sometimes the income are better than when they are working as a, what you call, in the hotel or that sort of thing. Yes. So this sort of thing that I was trying to say, you need to change your attitude. You have to change the way you do things, and business is also changing. You have to adapt to it.
Thank you so much again.
Welcome. Yeah. Yes.
And thank you for watching. Till we meet again at the next episode with YB Show. Stay tuned.